It's morning. Your alarm goes off, and before your feet even hit the floor, your brain is already making a list, right? You're packing lunches with one hand, you're answering a work email with the other, and your kids are asking you something you have no idea what because your mind is already 3, 5, 10 steps ahead. You get through the day, dinner, bath time, the fight about what pajamas they're gonna wear, and then finally, everyone's asleep. And that's when it happens. You finally get to sit down, or put your feet up, or lie down, and quiet. It's the one moment all day that's actually yours. And your brain picks that exact second to run the whole list again. What you didn't finish, what you forgot, and what's coming tomorrow. And you've tried the planner, the color-coded calendar, all the time management hacks, the 5 a.m. wake-up club, maybe even you've had a whole weekend reset. And you're still lying there at midnight, running tomorrow in your head, or all of the things that you didn't get done for today. So let me ask you something nobody's actually asked you yet. What if none of this has ever been your fault? If that felt a little too real, you are not broken and you are not alone. Here is something almost nobody tells overwhelmed moms. You are not overwhelmed because you are bad at running your life. You're overwhelmed because of the way that your days got built. Think about it like this. No one ever sat you down and said, here's exactly how your morning should work. Here's how your evening should go. It just happened. One busy morning at a time. One rushed habit copied from your own mom or made up on the spot because you're too tired to think of anything better. And a little bit here and there till one day you looked up and your whole day just ran itself and not in the way you hoped. Nobody built it on purpose. It just keeps piling up. And here's why that matters. Feeling overwhelmed is not the real problem. It's the warning sign. Think of it like a smoke alarm going off in your kitchen. The beeping isn't the problem. The beeping is telling you that something is burning. And if you just take the batteries out of the smoke alarm, it stops beeping, right? But you didn't fix anything. You just can't hear the warning anymore, and the fire's still there. That's what a lot of advice does for overwhelmed moms. It hands you a new app, a new, stricter routine, asking you for more discipline and willpower, asking for a better planner, and that's just like taking the batteries out of the smoke alarm. It gets quiet for a few days, then it comes right back because nothing under it all ever changed. So you think, what is wrong with me that I can't even stick to a plan? Well, nothing is wrong with you. And I learned this myself the hard way, and I am thick-headed and it took a while, and I'm hoping that this makes sense to you. A few years ago, I never stopped moving. Full-time job, wife, 2 kids, to-do list a mile long that I'd go to bed with it half finished every single night. So everything compounded. I walked through my door after the day and already thinking about dinner and homework and baths and the fights that I'm gonna have with my kids. And my kids, they would just come running up to me the moment I walked in the door, and I just waved them off. Just give me a minute. I gotta get dinner going. We gotta go. The night's gotta get going, right? Then I got a breast cancer diagnosis. Surgery, then chemo, all within a few weeks. It was crazy. And here's the strange part. Chemo forced my whole body to slow down. And for the first time, I actually felt what was happening inside me. My body had been stuck in go mode for years. Like a phone that's stuck charging at 1% forever because it's never actually allowed to plug in and rest. That wasn't because I was lazy. And it wasn't because I didn't find the right planner. My body had simply been running on alert for so long, it forgot how to turn it back off. Not when I walked through the door, not when I finally sat down, not even when I checked something off my to-do list, or even when I felt ahead for once. One thought kept coming back to me. I cannot fight and beat cancer to just die of stress. That's when it clicked. I didn't need a better to-do list, because my to-do list was never really the problem. The way my whole day was built and the fact that my body never got a break from feeling on alert, that was the real problem. I'm not telling you this so you think you need some kind of a health scare to change, okay? I'm telling you because whatever you've been calling your flaw lately, like you're not disciplined enough, or you're too scattered, or you don't have enough willpower, or you've got too much on your plate, I want you to set that thought down for a minute. Because I was sure it was a lack of discipline. So sure, and I would watch videos just like this one. How is it not discipline? I still just don't get it. Then I was sure something else was wrong with me. Neither one of those was true. The real question was never, what's wrong with me? The real question is, what's actually setting off my alarm? And it's time to go to see what's actually underneath it all. So if it's not actually about trying harder and it's not about discipline, what's actually going on? Well, I'm gonna make it real simple for you. Here's what I want you to take from today. You don't need to push yourself harder. You need to look at how your day works and fix the part that's actually broken. So picture a leaky pipe under your sink. Every day, water drips out onto the floor. And every day you grab a towel and you mop it up. Well, mopping the floor is managing. You're doing something, right? You're even doing it well. But the pipe is still leaking. And tomorrow, there will be more water on the floor and you'll mop it up again and again and again and again and forever. And that's what most of us have been doing with our overwhelm. New planner, new morning routine, the new app, the new time management hacks. We keep mopping the floor and we get so tired of mopping that we start to think something is wrong with us, when really nobody ever looked under the sink. Fixing that pipe is different. It means stopping for a minute and asking, where is it actually leaking from? For you, is it your mornings? Is it at bedtime? Is it the fact that you're the only one in the house who remembers anything, right? Shoe sizes, clothes sizes, am I right? You look at the real spot and you fix it. And instead of mopping the same puddle every single day, you look at the real spot and you fix that. You fix it at the root instead of just mopping the same puddle up every single day. Here's why the mop keeps failing you. A new planner is just another towel. It doesn't touch the pipe. It gives you one more thing to carry on top of a day that was already too full. And that's why it works for 2 weeks and then it quietly ends up in a drawer. That was never you failing. That towel was never going to fix that leaky pipe. So here's the simple version in one sentence. Feeling overwhelmed is not something wrong with you. It's your smoke alarm going off, telling you that something on the inside isn't quite right. It's telling you that that pipe under your day is leaking somewhere, right? Once you see overwhelm as your internal alarm going off, instead of proof that you're failing, everything gets easier. Instead of asking, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just get through this? You start asking, where is this actually coming from? Where are the leaks happening? What is creating this overwhelm? So what do you do with that tonight? Not a whole new routine, one small thing. I'm not gonna hand you a 5-step morning routine right now. That's just another towel. It's just another surface level hack. Instead, tonight, before bed, I want you to do one small thing. It takes 60 seconds. Ask yourself one question. Today, where did I feel the most overwhelmed? Not what didn't you finish, not another task to add, just where did it hit the hardest? What felt the heaviest? What drained you the most, right? Was it the morning rush? Was it right before dinner? Was it in a quiet moment tonight when your brain wouldn't stop? Don't try to fix it yet though. Just point it out. Just notice it. And you can say, that's where it's leaking. That's where it feels heavy. And that's the whole thing. That's it for right now. Here's why this tiny step matters so much. You can't fix a leak you've never actually looked at. Most of us are too busy mopping that we never stop to find the actual spot. So tonight, just find that spot. That's the first honest look you've probably taken at this in a really long time. And it's the very first step toward actually fixing it instead of mopping it up again tomorrow. Okay, let's bring this together. You are not overwhelmed because you're failing. You're overwhelmed because you've been mopping up a leak that nobody ever taught you to look for. Overwhelm isn't the problem. It's your internal alarm doing its job, telling you something needs your attention, right? Just like a smoke alarm would. Tonight, all I want you to do is find the spot where it's leaking. What is most heavy, what is draining you. Just notice it and name it. If you only remember one thing from this video, remember this. The problem was never you. It's the leak underneath your day, and you were never taught to look for it. Now here's what I didn't tell you yet. Even once you find the spot where it's leaking, A lot of you are going to try and fix it the exact same way you've tried everything else, right? With a new routine, a new planner, another hack, and just trying harder next week. And it's probably going to fail again. Not because you didn't try hard enough. I'm going to say that again. Not because you didn't try hard enough. There's a real reason even your best efforts to keep up keep falling apart. And almost nobody explains it clearly. Once you see it, you'll finally understand why you felt like you're always one step behind, no matter how hard you push. That's exactly what the next video is about. I'm not going to tell you to download anything or book a call today. You just took the first honest look at your own overwhelm, and that's enough for one video. What I do want you to do is go watch my next video. If you're watching this one live, it'll be next week. If not, I'll post the link below. But the next video is why you can't keep up even when you're trying. It's the next piece of the puzzle, and it's going to save you from repeating the same tired cycle. I'll link it there right below. Go check it out next.